This is the game room tour. Very small. Let's do a shot of the whole thing. It's kind of around the tops, down the sides, to the consoles, and the rest. This is very small. This is just to mark how far we come. We're going to do this every 6 months to see how our collection has progressed over the months, and we'll be in a different house by the next 6 months, so it'll be a completely different room. Alright, let's get on. So here's the games. We have exactly 200, if you include all the handhelds. Starting along the top, we have some PSP games. Not very many, just pretty small. Some denatured alcohol in a spray bottle with a little sponge attached to a little stick. We use it to clean out NES games by spraying the sides of the sponge and yeah, just cleaning out the NES game with it. Since the NES is very sensitive and it loads in from the side, it is very sensitive, and these things tend to die out completely after a while, and it can mess up the games if you don't clean them properly. So we have 2 rows, PlayStation 2 games, then onto the NES games. I like to stack them like this because it makes it look like I have more. Here's 2 on the side. Here's 3 loose Genesis games. Obviously, I just barely got into collecting for the system. 1 boxed PS1 games. I haven't collected very many at all recently, and when I had more, I was younger, and we threw away the boxes and put them in a soft case. Now on to Xbox. Don't have very many. I really dislike the Xbox 360. I don't know. The games just bug me. Halo 2 in a really cool limited edition, almost feels metallic case. Really cool. It's a limited collector's edition. My boxed Mortal Kombat Genesis game, that was one of the first I got. My most recent system, the N64, I have 4 games, very great games, like Ocarina of Time in there. 3 Dreamcast games, that one's new too. Not too fond of the system, but it is what it is. GameCube, more. This is the case that has some PS1, like Spyro and other games. DS. Alright, now over to the consoles. We have the NES. This is my favorite system by far. Just huge library of games. Wii doesn't get used all that much, but it plays the GameCube games, so saves me space on this table. PS2, as you can see, most games, 2 whole rows of my shelf. One of my favorites. We have a space here. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Well, when I upload the video, it will be Christmas Eve. So technically tomorrow, when this video is uploaded, I will be getting, my brother will hopefully be getting a Super Nintendo. And we have a space for it. N64 doesn't have the expansion, just the stock. Sega Dreamcast, really cool. Good system, got it for really cheap. Sega Genesis, this is really great. Video game strategy guides have some signs that mark where they are. Pokemon, just some basic guides here. Not very many. I'm not a huge guide person. Game Boy Color. There's 2 Game Boy Color, 2 original Game Boy. I have Pokemon Yellow. Can't find it. My loose GBA best game for the entire console is Pokemon Ruby version. Here's a fan to keep me cool. This is a closet. It's very small. We have this bar for hanging clothes. Since we don't have an AV switcher, we hang them over here just so that they're not all clustered behind the TV. They're above their system, so the NES is above there, the Wii one's right above the Wii. 2 TVs because we're always playing games at the same time. The Wii sensor is above that one. Alright, we have these drawers down here. A lot of them are just miscellaneous belongings. Here's like handheld cases, a DS like charging dock stand kind of thing. More handheld cases, some cords, some Pokemon figurines that we got when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out. It came with the pre-order at GameStop. Here's just all the cords for the systems that are up here. I'll go to those now. Xbox 360. Just put that up there because it's not really the best one we have. The Kinect, horrible thing. PS1 and 2 GameCubes. SpongeBob Gumball Machine. I'll get back to this stuff in a minute. Memory cards. We have some PS1, N64, just some memory cards. Controller bin. This is really useful. Here we have a Nintendo. We have a drawer for Nintendo, a drawer for the Sony, Sega, and Microsoft, and then here we have our handheld chargers. Here's handheld systems. This is a Pokemon Pokédex. This is really fun. It's just a little game. 2 Game Boy Advance SPs. 2 Game Boy Colors. See, there's me and my brother. We collect. 3 DSs and a PSP with a case on it. Just back kind of just flops off and you put a game in there. It's like that. 2 just Guitar Hero 2 guitars. Rock Band with a skull sticker and a bass sticker. Beatle bass from Beatles Rock Band. Now moving along the top, a CD rack my brother made in woodshop. Has all my Beatles albums. They're the best band ever, so keep them on there. Moving along to my CDs, there's all these CDs behind them. I just put my favorites out there, and all my favorites are going to be Beatles. Moving along the top. Just these little ends to hold them in. Just a stack of CDs that are burned. They don't have cases. All the DVDs. Star Wars, Harry Potter, some comedies. Most of them are comedies. My vinyl records. Led Zeppelin. Pretty cool to have all this stuff. My dad gave them to me. And this SpongeBob. Twist the necktie. And you come to this little side, and a gumball pops out. Pretty cool. I can't get it, whatever. I keep track of what games are on what memory card, just because I am horrible at that kind of thing. I forget everything. Alright. Just 2 last things. Headset. Afterglow. That's a horrible headset. Barely works. And a type matchup chart that comes in most Pokemon strategy guides. It has just type matchups. And our chairs, which are, yay, little fold-out chairs that suck, that hurt my back every time I sit in them, and they suck. And that completes the tour of the game room. That is it. You will see this in 6 months. We will be in a completely different room. Hopefully more furniture. Maybe better layout. So, yeah, that's basically it.